Devices and you. Devices. They are all around us. Stick that hand of yours in your pocket and you're bound to find one. A mobile device, of course, if not just one, maybe even two. These devices are taking over a lot of our management functions as they are much better at storing all this massive information to be accessible at the swipe of a finger. For example, do you remember the birthdays of each and every one of your friends? If so, wow, you're a great pal. But a lot of us have so much other stuff to worry about that birthdays are just one of those things that seem to just slip the mind in the deep cadavers of the memory compartments of our brains. Now, on top of all that, we usually have several devices that are attached to our television screens. Usually a device for gaming, another for pre-recorded entertainment, and even one for live entertainment. Granted, some of these devices are trying to be integrated with each other, but they're being held back by many things. One of the biggest misadventures of this whole endeavor is that many corporations, they want to grab a hold of their market and they just don't want to let go. And they appear to be unwilling to give other venue options a try. Anyways, back to the perks of the lot of this newer technologies such as Amazon Prime. These services, they allow the customer to view the content whenever and wherever they please. This allows more potential viewers of your content as they would not be locked into a time window or to the available DVR space on their DVR. So it's a win for the content creator as they get paid for each view instead of a contract for X amount of dollars for a certain term in terms of advertising on the TV. Now, the later one might not be so grand for some creators as they don't get all that many views in the first place. But if they aren't getting all that many views, it's either not enough people like it or not enough people know about it. Both of which are not the platform's problem most of the time. Now, accessing all this content is great, except for the fact that there are now 1,002,000 different e-tailers to get to your content. And not all of them even allow you to take the content wherever you want. This is akin to simply keeping the content in the closed-off wall of the Pacific e-tailer instead of allowing you to watch it on just any device that you happen to have. This is a big problem with the future ability of access to this content, as no one person wants to pay for the same content, whether it be a game, a magazine, a TV show, or simply music, on each and every platform that they choose to utilize. They want to just be able to buy it once and use it on whatever device they happen to purchase. So back when those DVDs were a big commodity, you could buy a DVD at any retailer that you choose. You could then choose to play that DVD in any device that had a DVD player in it. This could be compared to a .mp4 file that can be played without issue on almost all modern devices without any issues whatsoever. Now, the biggest problem content creators see with the .mp4 file is that it can be copied an unlimited number of times to any other device, which is why so many distributors don't like that method since they see it as a profit loss. But I think they're looking at this in the wrong light. As people, they'll be willing to pay for content that they enjoy. And someone copying a .mp4 file is just like borrowing. And most people who borrow, they do that with people who they're in close relationships to that wouldn't buy multiple copies anyways. This dilemma comes down to user convenience. If it's a pain in the butt for a consumer to access the content that they legally paid for, why on earth would they only want to pay for content that only works when it's convenient for the distributor? This is something that is totally wrong. If a paying customer is not treated as royalty, if instead they are treated as a criminal by default, then I can guarantee you that not as many units will sell. Then born was the day of the subscription service module. This module is very similar to pay TV in the regards that you pay a monthly fee, and as a result, you gain access to a huge array of content, most of which you probably could care less about. So this module, it can work very well, especially in the online industry scenarios where someone can watch any show that is available through that network whenever it is that they see fit. This module works very well as long as the roadways to get there are not too congested. The internet speeds and whatnot are a very important module to make a system such as that work. Effectively, mind you. In the past, companies such as satellite TV providers had to provide the infrastructure themselves, incurring the cost of maintaining and upgrading of the system to be passed along to the customer. These systems are not all that great in the long run either, since they only serve a single purpose, and that purpose is gone as soon as the company is no longer capable of maintaining that service. So subscription-based content is the one I view as the best option. The other one being allow a person to download whatever file that they purchase and be able and let them use it on any device, because customer loyalty is more important than dissing their customers who are not going to want to buy your content at the end of the day because you treated them as a criminal outright. That's just ridiculous. If they have to go through a hassle just to use the medium they bought through you think they're going to want to buy something through you the second go around? Or maybe they'll think twice before they do it because they'll try to get it working on their device and then realize it wasn't working as they wanted it to work. So they are going to go off and find some other service that allows them to do what it is that they want to do with the content. So again, don't diss the people who legitimately buy your content. That is the last thing on earth you would ever want to do, right? Come on. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you saw some enlightening points in this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, please. Anyways, with that being said, I'm going to say peace out, and I hope you're all having a good time. Anyways, see you. Peace out.